So let's talk about the narcissist. Let's get clinical for a minute. Let's talk about the mental condition of the narcissist. Because there are too many people in this world who are suffering from this narcissistic condition. It's affecting your lives. It's affecting you on the job. Sometimes it's keeping you from getting the paychecks that you deserve, and the extra stresses that are put on you, and all of the things that happen because of someone else's dysfunctional mind. Because that's what it comes down to. Now, we're not going to blame people for the things that happen in your life, the downfalls and the hardships you may occur in your life. That may occur in your life, but we're going to talk about the things that are deliberately done to you in your lives that affect you in ways that make you just can't take it anymore. The narcissist. Here are some of the things that these people may do, and I've taken time to think about it and catalog it, based on certain behaviors that they show and the way they act. But when you work a job, right, in some cases you'll meet these people and they'll be new on your job. They could be there for a month, maybe 2 months, but you'll notice that as soon as they walk in the door, they're looking to pick out targets. And what they'll do is, you may be a target. There may be something about you, some effulgent thing about you that they notice, and it makes them jealous or it rouses something in them. And so they'll deliberately start a campaign. Now remember, because you're dealing with flying monkey people who have been there for years, and you may have been on this job for years, these people will let this person who just walked in the door maybe a couple of days ago get into their heads and play all types of games because they're stupid. So it's done in that fashion where the narcissist will have these people, playing flying monkey and doing all these type of things, jumping hoops for them and doing everything that they want to implement this game. And they'll start off in different ways by playing the game. Now, whether that be a supervisory thing that they have over you, or maybe they're just your coworker, but they'll try to play a game in a way that just doesn't make any sense because they're new. They just started this job, but already you're a problem. How is that possible? So when you guys don't think about the fact that you let these people come to your jobs and wreak havoc, you're stupid. They come to a job, they're there for 2 days, and they're already asking, who are you, and what was this person, and blah, 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 and you're playing into this shit because you're stupid. They'll keep trying to make friends with a person. They may work with you or something, and every chance they get, they'll have something to say about your work performance, and you'll notice this. This person from 2 days, you ride with them somewhere, maybe I don't know what y'all do. Y'all can work in the office, y'all can work in the field, whatever you're doing, but you'll be with that person for a couple of days, and then they'll already be in the office telling the boss how poorly you work. Now keep in mind, you've probably been at this job for years and years. The boss has saw you work and has evaluated your performance for many years. Sometimes you've been there longer than the boss themselves. And this person who's only been there for a week is allowed to sit in a conversation and placate foolishness to your boss about, what you're not doing and how well you work versus not and all of this. And this person is not even qualified because you trained them on their job. See how the narcissist does? They do things. They have that type of nature, and it's really annoying. So they may not work with you. You may be just standing around somewhere. You may hear them talking about one of your coworkers or something who works in your department or something, and they'll be telling someone that you're lazy or you don't do this or you don't do that, and none of you guys are thinking, well, this person was only here for like 2 weeks. How do they have the qualification to say what someone else isn't doing, even if that person isn't doing their job? But I'm just making a point that they will have the gall to do these things. Now, another tactic they will use is they will try to get into your personal lives. And I keep telling you guys about that bait that you don't want to tamper with. They'll try to be your friends, and you'll find yourself in situations where, they may, continuously come up and ask, personal questions about your life. And You know, they want to know things, and these are all part of that game. These are all part of the things that they do to implement whatever that thing is that they're going to do. And you have to be paying attention to these things for the purposes of protecting yourselves or people around you, because some of these people are going to be unsuspecting and they're just not going to pick up on this, right? So, you know, I've really seen this a lot. I have seen this enough in these workplace environments where I had to think about what is creating the things. How are these things happening where maybe this person advances to some type of position because they're all fools there, but this person is able to come to a job in a week and become your supervisor or something, or just whatever they do. And then they'll play this game, and then they'll have, you know, they'll be in the office trying to say you're not doing something. They don't even know your job. They just started working there, but they're already picking out targets. And the people around them are allowing them to do it. The other higher-ups are allowing these people to do it because they're all fools. So this particular person may, on an individual level, keep approaching you and asking you personal things about your life. Hey, how was your weekend today? Now, if you thought about something, this person's only been there for a month or something, and they have never spoken to you or said a word to you in their lives. They've never come up to you and formally extended their hand. Hey, how you doing, man? I'm whoever I am. They've never done that. But then, maybe after a month or something, they'll come up to you when you have your back to them, and they'll say, hey, man, and just start talking to you because there's something wrong with them. You know, a normal, formal situation of interaction does not happen like that. You guys know that, and if you don't, go back and look in the mirror at yourselves because there's something wrong. But these people will do this stuff, okay? And in a formal situation, they will approach you and they will say, how was your weekend? What did you do? Now, keep in mind, you don't even know their name, right? A gullible person, because they're expecting, most people they run into are stupid like that. And so they don't realize when they're messing with a justice empath, they may bite off more than they can chew, and they're going to get smacked, or their hand is going to get smacked, or something's going to happen. So they learn very quickly to not put their finger in that socket, but they try it anyway because, you know, you're the one they're attracted to. The justice empaths are the ones that these narcissist people really seek out for conversation because they want to play this game. You have the value, right? So they're asking you about what you did for the weekend and things that don't even apply to them, that don't apply to the job. It's just silly stuff, you know? And so then maybe you may give them a stern look like, who are you talking to? And then they'll say, you okay? Which is still another one of those seriously invading questions because you don't know what I'm doing. If I'm talking to someone on the phone, or I'm having a conversation with someone that's important, or maybe something happened in your lives or whatever, right? These are things that you don't care to share with this complete stranger. You don't even know their name. They have not formally, like I started off, with even giving you their name. Yet they're asking you if you're okay and certain things because they think you're dumb. And the average person that they talk to will just tell them anything they want to know. So then they have all of this information and they're going around spreading your business and all of the stuff that they do to the flying monkeys. And this is how you create the atmospheres that we deal with every day, right? If there was something really important, they're not interested in hearing about that, but they'll be interested in about what you're doing with your life, and you give focus to things because they worry about the wrong types of things. There's something mentally wrong with them and how they think in every way. And sometimes I get tired of trying to figure out, you know, I get viewers and stuff who tell me about their problems, and, you know, they go through the same things in these narcissistic work environments that I went through many years ago, and I feel for them. Because it makes you realize how many fucking batshit crazy people there are, or just outright dumb fools walking around in the world. And I believe personally that there's more of a culmination, a collection of these two types of people than people that have bright minds that could change something. And that's the problem. We see this too much. The narcissist always comes to a job with nothing, is able to outsmart and lie and cheat their way to the top over people who deserve it, because the people who have the power to anoint that person, they're just as dumb as anyone else, and so they fall for this stuff. And I don't know what you guys are reasonably looking for when you meet someone. How are they able to sit and you're not able to look into their eyes and see that there's something fucking wrong with these people. I don't even understand how you do it. I can immediately meet someone and know that something is wrong with them based on just their simple actions of what they're doing, right? Do you come up to people that you've never met before and ask them about what they did at home or anything like that? These are things that are ridiculous. And I personally do not allow this into my space, because you have to earn your way into my personal life. I have to know you before I'm discussing anything about anything in my family or anything. You know? And you guys meet so many gullible fools. It's literally like taking candy from a baby. And so you just think you can go up to anyone and just do what you want and play a game. And you can't play that with a justice empath. They will step on you, right? There's a war at hand, folks. The problem is, too many of you fucking fools are in the middle, and you're just sheeple. You're just made examples of, right? And we can't save you all from these narcissists and these rambling sociopaths who just come to these places and these workspaces and do what they want. Then after you put them in their place sternly, they'll go run to your coworkers, your flying monkey coworkers, and they'll say, "Hey, y'all, what do y'all think about that guy? He did, and this guy's brand new." You know, that's what I keep trying to get you guys to understand. If you see these people and they've been at your job for 2 days, how are they going to your coworkers, whether they like you or not? If you've seen these people and they've seen you for 20 years, how is someone who's been there for 3 days able to go to them, talk to them about your personality or what they think about you? How is that person even able to be credible about what they think? Right? See, the narcissists will play this game based on how fucking dumb they are. See? I don't understand this shit. I really don't get it. I don't know. But I look at that and I want to help, but I have to get you guys to be willing to help yourselves first. This is how this works. You have to be using some component of your fucking brains in order to effectively neutralize the narcissist in his tracks. The problem is, this is a narcissist world, and that's why there's something that's going to happen later on in life based on this type of world we live in, right? You guys have heard the stories. I don't even go and get into all that. But the narcissist will not prevail in the end, and because they have such a sick nature, they will not stop. They are relentless at this shit in everything that they do. They are obsessed with people for various reasons, right? They are literally batshit crazy. And my problem is, I see too many of these batshit crazy fools walking around on this earth, doing what they will, right, at will. And it's sickening. It's troubling. It really is. You know, you guys always talk about what you want to rally against and do whatever. But you have to realize that you're dealing with low-level people. And everything that they do will be a low-level action. Everything. They're low-lifes. Right? You'll see them do crazy stuff at your workplaces, and you will not have a dog in the fight. It will not register to you that these people are fucking crazy. That the things that they do not make any logical sense whatsoever. And you just allow this shit. Oh, la, because you're stupid too. Sometimes you want blood. Sometimes you want bullshit. Sometimes you want all of these things that they want to do. And that's why they're allowed to do it. So I'm not going to talk too much further, folks. I'm going to get on with my day. But I was taking a walk, and I just had to stop for a minute on this path. And just stop for a minute and reflect. Because, you know, I know there's a lot of people. There was a lady saying something about losing sleep, and I get that. I'm sorry, lady. I'm sorry that you're doing that. That you're losing sleep because of these fucking narcissistic fools who literally wake up in the morning, who literally come to work looking and seeking to do the bullshit that they do every single day. Sometimes you guys are the prime targets, and they're waiting for you. They're not waiting for these other low-life piece of shit that are walking around in these jobs. They're not waiting for them because they cannot get any protein from these people. They need the real people, the people that are going to feed them, the people that have a light to shine, something to take from, And I want you guys to think about that. I love bad behavior, folks. But I love eradicating the bullshit in a narcissistic work environment, which I think is really an uphill battle, to be honest about that. I think it's going to take so much more than and I'm bringing as much as I can. But I just want you guys to really put focus on why this needs to stop. Not until you get your fucking hand stepped on, or not until someone is stealing from you, or because there's another video I'm gonna address that, about these narcissistic master planning bosses who are just thieves. They're fucking thieves, and we'll get into that in another video. But for right now, it's starting to rain. I'm gonna get back and start walking in here so I can get from out here and not get wet. But I want you guys to think about that. Like the videos and share them if you have these problems, right? Because it takes enough of us in the community to talk about these things to get the type of therapy we need so we can do something about it or figure out what to do. See you later, man.